Now, do you want the good news or do you want the bad news, right? The good news is the band have arrived. Hooray! The bad news is they've gone away again. Boo! The band in question are, of course, John's Children, the legendary John's Children. You can say legendary about a lot of bands, but more often than not, you don't mean it. But I'm talking about the legendary John's Children, okay? They will be back, I am assured. They're actually playing at the Night and Day Cafe tonight in Manchester on Oldham Street, and they've gone away to do the sound check. They've already done the sound check here, so when they return, they shall be ready to rock. And rock is indeed the correct word to use. I've been joined in the room by the hardest working men in show business, today at least. Anyway, John's Children. Hello, people.
Hi there.
Now then, looking slightly beleaguered, and we were just suggesting then that you've been here, well, you've come from London, had an altercation with a van driver, done a sound check here, gone to the hotel, gone to the venue, come back here. We were suggesting earlier that perhaps you should have been followed by Anika Rice with a camera and a helicopter, because you're slightly kind of up against it, aren't you?
And all that after being let out of the old people's home early on this morning.
Right, okay.
Or was it prefab? No,
No,
rehab.
Rehab, is it? Oh, have you been in there, have you?
Well, Chris has.
Have you, Chris? No, he's saying he hasn't got...
I don't know what he's...
No, he was in prefab.
Right, okay, all right, now we are talking to John's Children, and I will address Andy Ellison to begin with. Andy, we spoke for the first time, probably, on Mint, didn't we? We interviewed you about the career of John's Children, and we had a bit of a laugh. And then, lo and behold, 18 months later, you're here playing live for us. So, do you do this? Do you do this quite often? Do you play live?
No, well, we used to a few years ago, but then Boz shot off on tour with Morrissey for a long stint, and we've been waiting for him to come back. He's having a short break in between the Morrissey period, but I think he's off again next week or something, aren't you, Boz?
Yeah. Well, you know, I think that's what we're going to get out of Boz tonight. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him, because apparently, allegedly, the Morrissey tour, the world tour, finished on the 22nd of December up the road at GMEX, and then lo and behold, 2 months later, you're out again. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. This is reminiscent of an interview we did on Mint Balls.
Yes.
Yes.
And no doubt I'll be out again in a couple of months.
Yes, I would have thought so. So, Andy, would you like to introduce the rest of the band, please, mate?
Yeah, okay, well, of course, we got original member Chris Townson, who I've known since school days, on drums.
Nice
Of
one.
course, we got the incendiary Boz Boorer on guitar.
Yeah.
And Phil King from Jesus and Mary Chain,
Hello.
who they're about to go on tour as well.
Yeah,
And a Reformation.
absolutely. And you playing with the Mary Chain on that tour?
We just finished rehearsing yesterday.
Oh, really? Well,
Yeah.
how did it go?
Great, sounds fantastic.
Okay, because, I mean, obviously you were working with Jim Reed, weren't you?
Jim, yeah, I was here last year.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, it is a, you know, I mean, it's a superstar band, isn't it? Let's be honest. We'll have a proper chat. Yeah. We'll have a proper chat in around about a quarter of an hour, but you may as well do your first tune for us now. So, so what's it going to be, Andy?
This one's one of the first John's Children songs. It's called But She's Mine.
Excellent. Fantastic, and a proper ending to boot. So that was John's Children live in session, But She's Mine. Now, guys, you are playing at the Night and Day Cafe later on tonight. What time are you on stage, do you know, just for the listeners?
10:45.
You're at 10:45, okie dokie. And you used to have a reputation, actually, of causing riots, quite literally, and I think you had something to do with the biggest and the worst, Chris. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. Can we expect a kind of a more sedate affair tonight, or are you going to be rocking them in the aisles?
Who knows?
Who knows?
You never know with a John's Children gig.
Okay, all right, well, we'll have to wait and see then, won't we?
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it big style anyway. So, you can go away for only around about 10 minutes, so you'll have to run to the bar, but we'll see you in 10 minutes for another
We'll probably pop back to the Night and Day for a quick sound check.
And Ballsy's off. John's Children have come back from the bar. I wasn't altogether sure that you would, bless you. It's a good start. I was just saying then to Chris, Balls is wearing an SG guitar there, and I said to Chris on drums over there, oh yeah, Mark, you know, Balls knows his stuff, and he likes Mark Bolan a lot, and John's Children. And I said, oh yeah, Mark Bolan played an SG in John's Children. He went, yeah, that's a Mark Bolan guitar. So, go on then, give us a story, Boz.
Well, I bought it.
You bought it, right, okay. Man of few words, a man of mystery.
I did chase it. It's through an old sound man that we used to have called Ian Horn, who got the guitar from Mark and had sold it to another guy from the Pig Fairies. And I chased it along and I bought it about, I don't know, 14 years ago.
Oh, really? Long ago.
So I don't use it a lot, but it's a nice guitar to play.
Well, you know, I mean, there's a certain kind of poetic justice about it being found in this room and playing with this band. So, yeah, as I say, we applaud you for that. Do you want to do a tune and then we'll have a proper chat?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you going to
This is one of the songs that we did with Mark right in the early days, and it's a great one. It's called Sara Crazy Child.
Okay, great. Take it away.
Tortured dress and her seductive bongo beat. The skin is white like the olive, and her body's bittersweet. She's only just 13 and she's forgotten how to dream. Brother, the kickbox king, with his venom, my best thing, and his knowledge twisted head, and his mind when it's there. Still it beneath her away, in her mind a dollar flare. In summer he's a young boy, but in winter he's a bear. Broken, dusty mother, her face melted just like wax. But once who's ill like treated, blooded by the jack. The sepia picture postcard of the gruesome of their one. Shoulders slither submitted to the guillotine of their own.
Loving it. John's Children live in session with the most northerly show that they've ever done, I have been told. So, have any of you guys seen the recent issue of Uncut magazine?
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah,
It's got a full
fantastic.
page. It's
Yeah.
written by a mate of mine, actually, Rob Hughes, who does the programmes with me. And it does regale the tale of the fact that you caused a riot, I alluded to earlier, in Germany. Would you like to just go over that story? I know we talked about it on Mint, but it'll be different people listening out there.
Oh, right. Well, we were on tour with The Who. This was back in 1967. I think it was April, doing a tour of Germany. And we'd done about 3 or 4 dates, and we'd already started to cause a bit of a riot on stage each night. So Kit Lambert was saying, you know, if you carry on like this, you're going to get thrown off the Who tour.
Because you were upstaging them?
Yeah, apparently. So, out Whoing the Who. Yeah. So eventually we got to this place called Ludwigshafen, and there was like a big stadium there, 20,000 seater I think it was, and during our act, Chris and I, John and I had a fight on stage. Mark was smashing his guitar with chains, and Chris was thundering around on the drums like, you know, some tribal beat, and then I jumped in the audience with these, you know, pillows that I got from the hotel, ripped them open and, you know, sprayed feathers everywhere, and I was jumping on people, and then it just turned into a riot. And the next stage I was finding it hard to get back to the stage, managed to get on, all my clothes ripped, and then we were...
Can I interject here?
You certainly can, mate.
And can I add that when Andy was in the audience, he was marching up and down saying, "Sieg Heil."
Oh.
Now you do it.
Yeah.
And
no,
the whole place did it, and not
Yeah,
very
the-
PC, but it was quite fun, I hope.
Well, yeah, times have moved on since then, I would imagine.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, you would say so. I mean, the
It
funny
fun
thing
at
was...
the time, yeah. So
Yeah.
then, of course, it was just place went berserk. You know, chairs were going everywhere. We had to make it out the back door really quickly, and you know, Simon Napier Bell, our manager at the time, managed to get us into his car, which was his Bentley, and we shot off out of the car park as quickly as could be. And you know, when we were going out the car park, the riot police were coming in, and then there was like fire engines with cannons, you know, water cannons spraying up through the windows. All the windows were coming out with chairs were coming out.
Good work, fellas.
We got on the autobahn,
And you were off
went.
the tour, weren't you? I mean, I saw you playing in a couple of bands. I never saw John's Children, but I saw you playing in a band called Jet, and I also saw Radio Stars.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I always had you down as a kind of English Iggy Pop, if you like, and I suppose that kind of a behaviour in those days, and jumping in the audience and causing fights and stuff, was kind of not really de rigueur, was it?
No, I don't know. It must have been something, yeah, something new at that time. But I don't know. I was just doing it.
Right,
I don't know why I did it.
No, it was you following your instincts.
Yeah.
So, obviously you've got this lineup together now. Is it right that you're recording a new album?
Yeah, we have actually. It's sort of just about to be remastered, sort of thing. Yeah, it's all finished.
Okay.
Down in Boz's studio. It's really good.
So when will that be coming out? Is that a loaded question? Boz is laughing already?
Well, it's been finished for about a year and a half.
Right.
But it's a great record. Love to see it. Love to see the light of day at some point.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. There's a carrot being dangled by John's Children there, so if somebody wants to pick it up and take a bite out of it, feel free. So you're going to do another tune for us now and then disappear in...
This one's called Desdemona.
Oh, well, I've got to say no more. Well,
the
no,
one
you
that
can
was-
say more if you like.
The one that was once banned by the BBC.
Well, there you go. We've moved on as well.
Desdemona, just because you're the daughter of a man. He may be rich, he's in a ditch, he does not understand. Just how to move or rock and roll to the convention of the young. Desdemona, 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 Desdemona. Lift up your skirt and fly. Because my friend and I got a juice joint by the same, does not mean I'm past 14 and cannot play the game. Or that I split and got a pad on Boulevard Rue Fontaine. nude. Oh, just because the touch of your hand can turn me on just like a sneak. Yeah, Desdemona, 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 Desdemona. Lift up your skirt and speak.
Top flight, you have to say, John's Children live in session. And if you get your skates on, maybe not if you live in Aberdeen, but you might well be able to see John's Children performing live at the Night and Day Cafe up the road in Manchester, Oldham Street. What do you say, around about 11:15 you're on?
Yeah.
Something like that. Excellent,
Yeah,
okay.
Unless there's any other problems.
Well, I appreciate it. Do you know, I mean, it did just start off with a phone call there, so I hope everything goes well tonight. I'll be there to be witness, so you can have me up against the wall if it doesn't. But thanks very much for coming in.
Thanks a lot, Mark.
It's been
Brilliant.
top flight.
See you later, anyway.
You certainly will.